COVID-19 is one of the biggest crises of our time. It has impacted every single one of us, shaken our social systems, and disrupted every sector of our economies. The automation of work, combined with the global recession, led workers to lose their jobs at an accelerated pace compared to previous years. And this trend is expected to continue. The ongoing shift in the division of labor between humans, machines, and algorithms might displace 85 million jobs worldwide in the next 5 years, while 97 million new roles, ones that are more adapted to this new task distribution, may emerge. By 2025, companies expect to displace roughly 6% of their total workforce. 1 in 2 workers will need reskilling, and those remaining in their current roles will need to update 40% of their skill set to adapt to the changing labor market. There is a way to collectively benefit from these challenging times. Decades of research have shown that the most valuable asset of any economy or company is its human capital. Around the globe, companies are already experiencing a shortage in relevant skills for future roles and are investing in reskilling and upskilling their workforce. By 2025, organizations say they will train over 70% of their employees to ensure they can smoothly transition into the jobs of tomorrow. These include DevOps engineers, artificial intelligence specialists, digital marketing managers, talent acquisition specialists, and customer success specialists. It will take on average between 2 weeks and 5 months for workers to pick up new skills, allowing them to move into these new roles. But data shows they won't need to have the perfect skill set to start transitioning. While 2/3 of employers expect to get a return on investment in employees' reskilling programs within just 1 year, governments will also need to step in to update and fund education and training systems, and to ensure displaced workers have adequate safety nets. With purposeful leadership and collaboration, we can turn this global crisis into a unique opportunity to transition into a future of jobs that is inclusive, fair, and sustainable.
All right, ji, assalamu alaikum. This is Hashim Barrak. I'll be your host for the day. Thank you very much for joining us today in the second special interest group session on cloud technologies. I welcome you all to this session. We have here with us a couple of my team members. First, we have Dr. Arshad Ali. He is the president of Spin Labs, which is the innovation labs of SPS. Also joining us here is Mr. Adnan Rashid, who is the VP and Cloud Group Manager. He'll be sharing with you something on IBM Cloud today. Also joining me today here is Mr. Dr. Muhammad Usman Awais. He is joining us from FAST Lahore. He'll be sharing with you some amazing resources that are available under AWS Educate Initiative for Academia. So before I begin with the formal agenda, just a couple of points that we always make at the start of our session. This is specifically for the newcomers. These special interest group sessions have been established to help us all come together on a single platform where we can brainstorm on ideas and find those collaboration opportunities. We at SPS, we are a commercial enterprise, but we believe if we have to build industry solution, it's very important that we work with academia jointly. So these 6 sessions allow us to share our thoughts with you and also hear from you what are the latest developments in these technologies happening in academia. And with this, we hope to find those opportunities which will help you as faculty and students to improve your resume with rich skills, and that will eventually lead to some earning opportunities. This will not just help you or myself as individuals, but we believe this will also help all of us in bringing our nation of Pakistan on the global map as a country that is known for these latest technological skills. For all the people who are joining us from the past 6 sessions, you'll find some repetitions, but those are here just to make sure all the newcomers are aligned with us. If you have any questions and comments, we do have a dedicated discussion session at the end of this SIG meeting. So please use that opportunity to share with us what you think about the session and if you have any comments and suggestions on the technology that we're focusing today. So this is our agenda. We'll begin with the round of introductions. If we have and if we do not have a very large audience, of course, that will be followed up by Dr. Arshad Ali sharing with you his vision of Spin Labs. and he'll share with you about our academic outreach program. This will be followed up with the session on IBM Cloud by Mr. Adnan Rashid. After Mr. Adnan Rashid, we have Dr. Muhammad Usman Awais. He'll be speaking on AWS Educate initiative. After Dr. Usman, I'll share with you, especially the new faces that we have here, on how you can engage with Spin Labs for all the opportunities that we'll be sharing here. And then we can move to the general discussion session. With this, we can go over introduction. I'm just going to look at my attendees list. So I'll go down my attendees list in the order that I see on my screen. We have Mr. Imran Barki with us. Sir, would you like to unmute yourself and share with us your institution and your interest in cloud technologies? Ji, welcome. Ji, we can hear you. Sir, would you like to share something about yourself, the institution that you come from, and your interest in cloud technologies?
Yes, Assalamualaikum.
Ji, welcome.
Hello.
Ji, we can hear you.
My name is Imran Barki, and I am student of computer science at Sakkara IB University.
Right.
I'm student of 7th semester, means final year student. And I heard about AWS since last year when I was in 5th semester, and I worked at AWS with PIAIC bootcamp.
Okay, great. Thank you. Next, we have a guest with us, AMK. Sir, would you like to share something with the audience about yourself? Ji, next we have Muhammad Ali. Would you like to please introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. As Hashim said, I've been working in SPS for the past 8 years. Been working as a proposal coordinator and proposal manager. I basically work on every proposal that comes from state of Maryland, which regards to hardware, software, and technical. And my purpose to attend this meeting is to see whether I can use my expertise in helping out this initiative and to learn more about the cloud initiative that we have taken with regards to the academic outreach program.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you, everyone. With this, we can move to the next item on our agenda. So that will be Dr. Arshad Ali. Sir, over to you.
Chale. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, welcome to these sessions. Some of the participants I see are colleagues also. So we are managing the Spin Lab, and our motto is help prepare students for world job market, because we have to keep a bigger perspective in mind. That's what is going to make a difference. If we look at Pakistan, we have total of about 960,000 students graduating every year. और मैं बाकियों की तो नहीं बात करता हूँ, लेकिन जो आईटी के ग्रेजुएट्स हैं वो तकरीबन 30,000 के करीब हैं आईटी रिलेटेड डिसिप्लिन में, और उसमें से आई वेरी क्लोजली इंटरेक्ट विद आईटी इंडस्ट्री. तो वो कहते हैं कि 2,500 से 3,000 के करीब हमारे काम के होते हैं, बाकियों को हम हायर ही नहीं करते हैं, और वो बाकी बेचारे या तो कोई छोटा मोटा जॉब कर लेते हैं, या सोचते हैं मैं MBA कर लूँ, या सोचते हैं मैं CSS कर लूँ. So that is the very alarming situation in my opinion, point of view, कि जहां आपने 16 साल अपनी जिंदगी के सर्व किए हैं, still it is not rewarding. So और इसमें जो major component I see is the lack of awareness about the opportunities. पाकिस्तान को अगर आप देखें तो पाकिस्तान में तकरीबन 100 मिलियन ब्रॉडबैंड यूजर हैं. ये रिसेंटली अभी पब्लिश हुआ है. और इसमें इन 100 मिलियन में से अगर आप देखें कि 100 मिलियन में से अगर आप देखें, इट इज इक्वल टू द टोटल पॉपुलेशन ऑफ कनाडा, नीदरलैंड, स्विट्जरलैंड, सिंगापुर, स्वीडन, डेनमार्क, आयरलैंड, ग्रीस, पोर्टो रिको। और आप देखें कि व्हाट इज द पोटेंशियल वी हैव, कि हम सिर्फ हमारे जो ब्रॉडबैंड और सेलुलर यूजर्स हैं वो इन सारे कंट्रीज की पॉपुलेशन के से ज्यादा है, और फिर भी वी आर सो पुअर कि हमारे यूथ को अपॉर्चुनिटीज नहीं मिलती हैं। सो इट क्लियरली शोज देयर इज समथिंग सीरियसली रॉन्ग समवेयर। जबकि दुनिया में अगर आप देखें कि इजराइल की 9 मिलियन की पॉपुलेशन है, जो कि 90 लाख के बराबर है। उन्होंने 2021 में 5.3 बिलियन डॉलर सिर्फ स्टार्टअप्स ने रेज किया, और 2020 में 10 बिलियन डॉलर रेज किए थे। और हम 500 मिलियन के लिए हमारी पूरी गवर्नमेंट जो है वो हिल जाती है वर्ल्ड बैंक से वो लोन लेने में, और हम अपने बहुत सारे इंस्टीट्यूशन को गिरवी रखना शुरू कर देते हैं। So look at the amount of power which exists in the technology, अगर हम इसको यूज कर सकें। पाकिस्तान का टोटल बजट तकरीबन 45 बिलियन डॉलर के करीब है, और जो इजराइल की स्टार्टअप्स हैं अगर इसी पेस पे वो चले तो तकरीबन 20 बिलियन विच इज 50% ऑफ आवर नेशनल बजट, तो वो दे विल बी एबल टू डेवलप। सो ये बहुत बड़ी बदकिस्मती है और मुझे देख के बड़ी परेशानी होती है। ये इंडिया की एक बायजू कंपनी है, इसने अभी रिसेंटली कोई 2.2 बिलियन डॉलर रेज किए हैं, और लुक एट द पर्सन, ये कोई 40-42 साल का बंदा है, और ये ही हैड डन मैकेनिकल इंजीनियरिंग फ्रॉम इंडियन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी, और ये ट्यूशन पढ़ाता था। उसके बाद ये अमेरिका चला गया, और अमेरिका में चूंकि इसे इंडिया में जॉब नहीं मिल रहा था, इसने फिर एक छोटी सी सर्टिफिकेशन की जो नेटवर्क से रिलेटेड होती है, और ये वहां पे जाके जॉब किया। जब ये छुट्टियों पे आया तो इसे रियलाइज हुआ कि यार जितना मैं वहां पे कर रहा हूँ उससे तो ज्यादा मैं यहाँ ट्यूशन में कमा लेता था। तो इसने फिर वो जो अपना नॉलेज था उसको लिंक किया अपने ट्यूशन के साथ। ही स्टार्टेड ब्रिंगिंग हिज रिसोर्सेज ऑनलाइन, और वहां से इसने पिक किया, और ये तकरीबन कोई 2011-12 में इसने स्टार्ट की थी। एंड लुक एट 12 बिलियन पे इसकी वैल्यूएशन, और ये अभी 3 महीने पहले कंपनी स्टार्ट हुई है न्यूजिला, इसने 100 मिलियन रेज किया और इसकी वैल्यू तकरीबन 1 बिलियन डॉलर के करीब है। सो दिस इज द पावर ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी। और अगर इसमें हम थोड़ा सा इंटेलिजेंटली हमारे फैकल्टी मेंबर स्टूडेंट्स को गाइड करें और हम इस अपॉर्चुनिटी को समझे तो वी कैन डू वंडर्स। अब हम बाकी चीजों को छोड़ देते हैं, हम स्टार्टअप को भी छोड़ देते हैं। अगर हम देखें कि वर्ल्ड जॉब मार्केट में एआई जॉब्स तकरीबन 50 लाख के करीब होंगे बाय नेक्स्ट ईयर, क्लाउड कंप्यूटिंग में 14 लाख, साइबर सिक्योरिटी में 85 लाख, और आईओटी में तकरीबन 45 लाख। और अभी माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ने ग्लोबल स्किल्स इनिशिएटिव स्टार्ट किया है दुनिया में। वो 25 मिलियन 2.5 करोड़ लोगों को सिर्फ माइक्रोसॉफ्ट रिलेटेड टेक्नोलॉजीज पे ट्रेन करना चाहते हैं। सो इससे आपको अंदाजा होगा कि मांग कितनी है अगर आप कुछ कर सकते हो। हमारे यहाँ पे लोग जो है बेसिक थ्योरी पढ़ लेते हैं, उनको नॉमेनक्लेचर्स याद हो जाते हैं, लेकिन अगर उनको कोई मसला हल करने के लिए हो, दे जस्ट कांट think about that problem and how to build a solution around that. So स्पिन लैब का जो विजन और मिशन है, we plan to promote high quality skill training of faculty to help students with skills and industry practice. इंडस्ट्री प्रैक्टिस असल में बहुत जरूरी है। अगर आपको स्किल आ भी गई है और लेकिन आपको अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है इंडस्ट्री प्रैक्टिस करने की, तो still it is not useful. That is where we bring in the value. और जो इस प्रोसेस से गुजर के लोग क्रिएट होंगे वो हमारे लिए भी यूजफुल होंगे, एंड और हमारी तरफ से दे कैन गो टू द ओपन मार्केट एंड वर्क एनीवेयर। हमें उसमें कोई वो झिझक नहीं है या हमें कोई reservation नहीं है, as long as they become successful in their life, so that is what our achievement would be. और इसी तरीके से अगर कोई स्टार्टअप करना चाहता है, आई विल शेयर विद यू कि ये स्टार्टअप का प्रोसेस क्या है, तो हम उसको entrepreneurial venture में भी सपोर्ट करेंगे, because we already have the business in place जो SPS के नाम से, और we have connectivity with the customers, we have connectivity with quite a lot of diaspora from expat पाकिस्तानी, जिनके दिल में जज्बा है कि यार ये पाकिस्तान में तरक्की क्यों नहीं होती है, इतने कोई 220 मिलियन या 225 मिलियन लोग सारे के सारे बेवकूफ तो नहीं हो सकते। सो अगर आप देखें कि ये एक जहाज की तस्वीर है, लेकिन कोई कंपनी इस जहाज को मुकम्मल नहीं बनाती है। सो आप देखें अमेरिका में डिफरेंट कंपनीज हैं, कनाडा में है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया में है, और बोइंग क्या करती है, इन सारे कंपोनेंट्स को इकट्ठा करती है और अपना क्रिएटिविटी और इनोवेशन लेके वो एक जहाज तैयार कर देती है, which has much higher value in the market. So that is the kind of domain and the world where technology is moving. आज चूंकि हम क्लाउड की बात कर रहे हैं, तो सिर्फ क्लाउड में देखें कि किस किस्म की सर्टिफिकेशन, और जो आखिर में ये जो कंप्यूट TIA क्लाउड प्लस है, ये ऐसी सर्टिफिकेशन है जिसने फारसी में भी मास्टर्स किया हुआ है ना, वो भी ये सर्टिफिकेशन कर सकता है। सो बाकी भी, एंड आई हैव कम अक्रॉस पीपल, किसी ने सिविल इंजीनियरिंग की हुई है, किसी ने इंग्लिश में किया हुआ है, और उन्होंने ये सर्टिफिकेशन की हुई है, एंड दे आर डूइंग वंडर्स। सो असल में ये जो तालीम है ना, ये आपके जहन की जो नॉट्स होती हैं या जो गिरहें होती हैं, उनको खोलती है। बाकी फिर आपकी इमेजिनेशन पे डिपेंड करता है कि आपने क्या करना है। सो दिस इज द जीरो कोड प्लेटफॉर्म मूवमेंट, जिसमें कोडिंग तो अब तकरीबन खत्म हो गई हुई है। नाउ यू नीड टू हैव आइडिया, और देयर आर प्लेटफॉर्म्स अवेलेबल जिनके जरिए आप टेम्पलेट्स को बिल्ड कर सकते हैं, और अब इंटरफेसेस ड्रैग एंड ड्रॉप की फॉर्म में है, जिससे आप अपनी टेक्नोलॉजी को बिल्ड करके, अपने एक नया प्लेटफॉर्म बिल्ड करके you can then publish that particular product or technology or anything. So and SPS यही करती है। We will share with you कि ये केमिस्ट्री क्या है और इससे आप कैसे बेनिफिट कर सकते हैं। So असल जो प्रॉब्लम है ना, वो सोच का है, और वो सोच है कि हम ये सोचें कि मसलों को हल कैसे करना है। मसलों को हल करने के लिए सबसे पहले ये समझना जरूरी है कि जो क्रिएटिविटी या एबिलिटी टू इनोवेट है, वो जेनेटिक नहीं होती है। सो ये नहीं है कि इजराइल को अल्लाह ताला ने ज्यादा जीन्स दी हैं या ज्यादा एबिलिटी दी है कि वहाँ स्टार्टअप ज्यादा हो सकती हैं और हमारे पास नहीं हो सकती। एक्चुअली इट इज अ थॉट प्रोसेस एंड द एनवायरनमेंट। अगर आप उस एनवायरनमेंट में ग्रो करोगे, उस सोच के साथ डेवलप करोगे, देन यू हैव द अनलिमिटेड अपॉर्चुनिटीज। जिस तरीके से स्टीव जॉब है, ये कोई कंप्यूटर साइंटिस्ट तो नहीं था, इसको ड्राइंग्स आती थी और ये उस ड्राइंग को रिलेट करता था अपने एनवायरनमेंट के साथ कि कौन सी ऐसी चीज होती है जो लोगों को खूबसूरत लगेगी, एंड दैट इज हाउ ही डिजाइन एप्पल। और अगर आप देखें कि एप्पल में जो UI है वो सबसे ज्यादा पावरफुल होता है, टेक्नोलॉजी उसके बाद आती है, एंड दैट इज व्हाट मेक्स इट वेरी यूनिक। सो जो क्रिएटिविटी स्किल्स हैं उसमें सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट है कि आप जो अनरिलेटेड आइडियाज हैं उनको कनेक्ट कैसे करते हैं, उनकी एसोसिएशन कैसे करते हैं, और वो क्रिएटिव थिंकिंग, लैटरल थिंकिंग, राइट ब्रेन थिंकिंग, ये डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट हैं सोचने के। अगर आप इसकी प्रैक्टिस करेंगे तो उससे फिर आपकी क्रिएटिविटी डेवलप होना शुरू होंगी, और जितना आप प्रैक्टिस करते जाएंगे उतनी स्ट्रांग होती जाएंगी। स्टडीज शो के इनोवेटिव पीपल जो होते हैं, दे स्पेंड 50% मोर टाइम इन क्रिएटिविटी स्किल्स। सो अगर आप उस माहौल को सोचेंगे, अडॉप्ट करेंगे और फिर अपने सोच पे अप्लाई करेंगे, दैट इज व्हाट विल मेक यू मोर क्रिएटिव। सो ये ऑलरेडी मैंने आपसे शेयर किया है। सो क्रिएटिविटी की 4 स्टेप्स हैं जो हमने प्रैक्टिस किया और एसपीएस पे भी हम करते हैं। सबसे पहले है अंडरस्टैंडिंग द गिवन स्किल, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ पे वो कंप्यूटर साइंस में फ्रेगमेंटेशन के हवाले से थोड़ा थोड़ा पढ़ा दिया जाता है, लेकिन वो उसकी कोई डीपर अंडरस्टैंडिंग नहीं डेवलप होती है। फिर लोगों को प्रैक्टिस का भी नहीं मौका मिलता है, ना ही उनको कोई जो फाइनल ईयर प्रोजेक्ट्स होते हैं उसमें भी फिलोसॉफिकल। आई रिमेम्बर कि आज से 30 साल पहले भी लाइब्रेरी का सॉफ्टवेयर बन रहा होता था, और अभी भी जो हमारी पेरिफेरी यूनिवर्सिटीज हैं उनमें फाइनल ईयर प्रोजेक्ट कोई लाइब्रेरी का सॉफ्टवेयर होगा, कोई मोबाइल फोन की ऐप होगी, कोई छोटी मोटी, जो कि ना मुकम्मल होती है और ना वो किसी यूटिलिटी की होती है। सो और जब आप प्रैक्टिस करते हैं और एक्सपेरिमेंट करते हैं, वो चीजें आपको कॉन्फिडेंस देती हैं कि अगर आप फर्ज करें एक ऐप बनाते हैं और वो एंड्रॉयड या आईफोन पे डालते हैं और उसको मैं मिलियन नहीं कहूंगा, अगर हजारों लोग डाउनलोड करते हैं, सो उससे जो आपको कॉन्फिडेंस मिलेगा और जो उससे आपको ड्राइव मिलेगी, उसका कोई मैच नहीं है। सो असल जो वो सॉल्यूशन है वो है कि हाउ डू यू, असल जो सॉल्यूशन है कि हाउ डू यू डेवलप दीज सॉल्यूशंस। सो ये एसपीएस की मैंने एक स्लाइड यूज की है। इसमें इनकी विजन है कि बिल्ड सिक्योर इंडस्ट्री सॉल्यूशन लेवरेजिंग आईटी, एआई एंड क्लाउड। सो अभी जो है ना, अभी इंटीग्रेशन का वक्त है, एंड ऑल दीज टेक्नोलॉजीज हैव मर्ज, और इनके टेक्नोलॉजी के मर्जर से कोई सॉल्यूशंस डेवलप करते हैं। सो बेसिकली यू नीड टू स्पेशलाइज इन वन ऑफ द एस्पेक्ट, और फिर आपके पास बिगर पिक्चर होगी, देन यू विल बी एबल टू फाइंड कि आप फिट कहाँ पे होते हैं। सो और जब आप कोई सॉल्यूशन बिल्ड करते हो, तो then you need to have the customer who are ready to use that solution, और जब कस्टमर होंगे उनको फिर सर्विसेज चाहिए होंगी उसकी सपोर्ट के लिए, and that is what will make your product attractive for selling. ये अगर आप देखें तो इसमें जो राइट साइड पे आपको 2 कॉलम्स नजर आ रहे हैं, ये प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं। HP है, IBM है, कीसाइट है, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट है, एप्सॉन है, फोर्टिनेट है, गूगल है। सो SPS हैज पार्टनरशिप विद ऑल दीज प्लेटफॉर्म्स, और इन प्लेटफॉर्म्स की जो टेक्नोलॉजीज हैं उनकी फ्री रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं। अगर हम आपको SPS का मेंबर बना के इन सारे रिसोर्सेज की एक्सेस आपको दे देते हैं, देन यू, मतलब दुनिया आपके कदमों में होगी। दैट इज द काइंड ऑफ सिचुएशन, क्योंकि इतने रिसोर्सेज हैं, मैं तो देख के हैरान हो गया हूँ कि यार ये अल्लाह ताला ने ये नॉलेज किस तरीके से इसकी एक्सेसिबिलिटी कर दी हुई है, लेकिन वो लोग बेवकूफ होंगे जो इसको एक्सेस करके इससे फायदा नहीं उठाते हैं, एंड दैट इज वेयर वी पीपल आर फॉलोइंग। और जो लेफ्ट साइड पे 2 कॉलम्स हैं, ये इन सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स को यूज करके SPS ने प्रोडक्ट्स डेवलप किए हैं जो जिसके कमर्शियल कस्टमर्स अवेलेबल हैं। सो मैं अभी हशमत मलिक से कल बात कर रहा था। हमारे मुल्क में वंस आई वाज एट HEC, हमने AI सेंटर्स ऑफ एक्सीलेंस डेवलप किए थे, लेकिन वो सारे क्या करते हैं कि वो इंटरनेट से डेटा सेट्स पिक करते हैं और उस पे अपने मॉडल रन करने की कोशिश करते हैं। मैंने कहा यार पाकिस्तान के इतने प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, हर बंदा रो रहा है कि उसको ना इंफॉर्मेशन की एक्सेस है, ना कोई सिस्टम की एक्सेस है, गवर्नमेंट अपने तौर पे परेशान होती है, तो व्हाई डोंट यू पिक अप द प्रॉब्लम फ्रॉम हियर एंड सॉल्व। वो कहते हैं जी डेटा सेट्स पाकिस्तान के अवेलेबल नहीं है, लेकिन somebody had to build those data set। और अब IBM ने की प्रोडक्ट्स में एक वाटसन स्वीट अवेलेबल है, जो कि आपके पास चाहे वो डेटा एक्सेल की फॉर्म में है या किसी भी फॉर्म में है और वो अनस्ट्रक्चर्ड है, it will help you structure that particular data and then you can run your models on that data in order to find solutions। जिस तरीके से जो FBR में आप ये सबमिट करते हैं, हर बंदा अपने एक डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव से वो फिगर्स वहां ऐड कर रहा होता है। नाउ हाउ यू make sense out of that particular data, so वहां पे वो चीज अवेलेबल है। So SPS के प्लेटफॉर्म से you will have access to all these platform, और इसकी जो पेड सर्टिफिकेशन है, even SPS will pay for that। इनके पास बहुत सारे प्रोग्राम्स होते हैं जिसके थ्रू ये कर सकते हैं, और वो अगर आपको फ्री रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल हो जाएं, फ्री उनकी सर्टिफिकेशन अवेलेबल हो जाएं, इसके अलावा what else one can dream of। So these are the opportunities which Hashim will share with you in further detail। Once again, thank you very much, especially Hashmat, for making these opportunities available for our students।
Thank you very much, Dr. With this, we can move to the next item on our agenda. Mr. Adnan Rashid will be here with us for the next 10 minutes, and he will be sharing how you can get started with IBM Cloud. Adnan sir, if you can hear me, you can start sharing your screen.
Thank you, Hashim. Hi, everyone. I'm Adnan Rashid, and I'm leading a cloud group at SPS. So today we will, I will try to give you some overview of IBM Cloud, like how you can get started with this platform. So before that, I think we all are computer science with computer science background. Just to give you a little background, like what is cloud. So in short, in my terms, in terms of IT infrastructure is concerned, when we try to set up some compute resources on-prem, we have to buy resources, we have to set up these resources, we have to install software. But in case of cloud, you can simply say you can rent something, you can rent some service, you can use it whatever the time you want, and you can even discontinue if you don't need that service. So one side is buying something physically, and the other side on the cloud, you can simply rent your service as per your requirement, and you can pay as per your needs. So there are multiple cloud service providers. We have IBM Cloud, we have Google is also providing cloud services, Amazon is also providing cloud services, and there are so many resources, the cloud service providers. Today I will give you some brief introduction, like what is IBM Cloud and how we can get started with that, with this platform. So as I mentioned, in these days, as Dr. Rashid mentioned, the services are available, the knowledge is available, and the things are very simple. Before that, there are a lot of configuration needed. We need to set up hardware resources. We need some expertise to set up these resources. We have to write code, but now everything is very simple. As far as cloud is concerned, you can set up your resources just as a matter of few clicks. The objective of this demonstration is to give you some overview, like how the things are simple and how you can set up your desired resources with few clicks. So let me share my screen so I can share with you how it is working. So, okay. Hashim, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Ji, I can see your screen.
Okay, okay. So if you want to sign up on IBM Cloud, you have to navigate to the cloud.ibm.com, and if you already you already have an account, you can simply log in. If you don't have an account, you can simply go there and create an account. You can see here is an account option, and it is very simple. Once you sign up, IBM Cloud will give you a IBM Cloud ID, and you based on that ID you can simply log in. And after the login, it will take just you can say 5 minutes to sign up for this platform. And once you're logged in, you will see this kind of dashboard that is very user friendly. You can see all the important things on your dashboard. Here on the top, there's a catalog that I will give you more detail about this. Here's the doc. Doc means all the documentation within the IBM Cloud. There
Is
is a
everyone
wealth of
else seeing the
information.
screen?
Yeah, please confirm, Hashim. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see the
Yeah.
web page.
Okay, sorry about that. So this is the dashboard that I was alluding to. So on the dashboard, you can see there are multiple resources available for you. Starting from the top, here's the catalog. Catalog contains all the softwares, all the services, all the APIs, everything that is available in the cloud. So you can navigate to this link, and you can see all the services are available, and you can explore it. So on the other link is docs. This link will help you, will give you all the information, all the documentation related to the cloud, not only related to the to this platform, but you can also find details about the individual services. And within the documentation, you can also find some forums where people share their experiences, and there is again some official documentation from the IBM is also available. And another button, that is support. It is very important. If you need any help and if you want to talk to IBM, there is a link, chat with IBM. This is the quick way. Normally I'm using this whenever I'm stuck with something. I just click here, and IBM immediately respond back. So you can also use this one. And if IBM chat support agent is unable to resolve the issue, they will guide you to create a case. So you can simply create a case. That is a ticket. And again, this is very helpful and very useful. IBM always helps you to resolve the issues if it came on the ticket. So if I go to the catalog section, that is, I think, very much interesting for you. So this shows all the resources that is available within the IBM Cloud. So if you see on the left side, it is categorized as featured. These are the most used services. There are some services, on the cloud. Everything is service. You can use platform as a service. You can use infrastructure as a service. You can use software as a service. So you can explore all the services from this link. And the good part is that when you open any service, you will find the full documentation related to this service. And again, the billing is also mentioned here. This service is free. So as I mentioned you, when you signed up as for IBM Cloud as a free account, still there you have so many services available within the catalog. And if you want to see like what services we have available in the free plan, you can just take light plan and free plan, and this will show you all the services that is available for you. So you can go there and explore these services, and these are matter of few clicks, and you can set up this service, and you can explore how quickly you can provision the service, how you can use that service, and this will give you a very good flavor how cloud is working. So just to give you some background, how we can map different use cases within the cloud. When we, if we go 5 or 10 years back, when our development teams were working, for example, if we have a web app that we need to develop, we have to set up some dev environment for development teams. We have to set up some test environment for testing team, testing with the QA team, and then we have to set up some prod environment. So there are a lot of infrastructure that is required. We have to buy computers, we have to buy bandwidth from some service providers, we have to install some softwares that need to be, we have to set up databases. There are a lot of things and a lot of configuration that is included in that. So if I map the same scenario in the cloud case, we have, for example, if I want to set up a web application, I will just go there and I can found IBM Cloud use Cloud Foundry for such kind of services where you can set up some pre-built infrastructure where everything is ready to use. You just need to provision the service. So for example, if I want to create a web app, I have to just go there. Just to give you an idea how simple it is, you have to select the data center, like put location nearest to you or for your users. Then you can see there are pre-built platforms. The technology stack is available. You will just, for example, if you want to set up a PHP based application, you have to just select this one. You will give the application name, host name, app, for example. And this is this is it. You just need to hit the create button, and this will create this application for you, and you will be able to use it. In addition to that, this will create an application. But if we want to create more environments to the same application, for example, this is a dev application, and if I want to create a test application for that, it will just replicate this configuration, and the cloud will create another instance of same environment within a few minutes. And even if I want to create a production environment, I can replicate the same to another environment, and it will create another environment for me. So as a traditional approach, if we want to create an environment, we have to purchase machines for each environment, and we have to configure each machine. But in this case, if you have set up the main environment, you can replicate it to the further environments, and it will provide you the dev, test, prod environments. And I think this could be a very good use case for you. I would like you to sign up on IBM Cloud. Go to the Cloud Foundry and create a simple application. Simple application on any provided technology stack, and you will see how it is simple. It would automatically create a pipeline. It will automatically create a continuous delivery for you. DevOps is also applied, and you can even modify the code on the fly, and you can publish this code on the cloud. And the most important thing is that initially, if you don't have a traffic, you can create a very simple application with minimum resources. But as soon as you see your traffic is increasing, you can always scale your resources. You can increase your memory, you can increase your storage, you can increase your compute. So the cloud makes it very simple and very cost effective, and you can hire anything whenever you need, and if you don't want anything anymore, you can simply so this is the quick overview of IBM Cloud. I would encourage everyone to explore the categories and try to learn more about the services that is available there. My team is focused on public cloud, hybrid cloud, cloud classic, and DevOps. If you need any help from my team, we are always here. And if you want to polish your skills more on the cloud side, Spill Labs is offering some learning and earning opportunities. Hashim will give more detail about this in the next session. Uh, and we can also set up some office hours, if you need any help on the hands-on sessions. So this is very handy. Just go there and try this, and we're always here to help you. So with that, I would like to turn over back to Hashim. Thank you, Hashim.
Thank you, Adnan sir. Thank you very much for the detailed session. Next, we have Dr. Muhammad Usman Awais.
हाशिम
जी सर।
हाशिम जस्ट 1 मिनट
जी
मेरा ये ख्याल है कि हमने ये अवेयरनेस तो दे दी है. नाउ वी शैल सेलेक्ट 3 यूनिवर्सिटीज जहां पे हम क्लाउड को की एनवायरनमेंट बिल्ड करने में हेल्प करेंगे. और आई सी अतर महबूब ओवर हेयर. सो हम एक तो इस्लामिया यूनिवर्सिटी भावलपुर को पिक कर लेते हैं. एक 2 और यूनिवर्सिटियां पिक कर लेते हैं जहां पे फैकल्टी मेंबर इंटरेस्टेड हों. सो इन द मीन टाइम पीपल कैन थिंक एंड वी विल डिस्कस दिस इन मोर डिटेल्स इन Q&A सेशन. So over to Usman.
Assalamu alaikum to all and Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. My name is Muhammad Usman Awais. I did my PhD from Vienna University of Technology. I am currently teaching at FAST and New Lahore campus at CS department. And I'm also the first faculty cloud ambassador from AWS in Pakistan. Today, I am also using this slide set provided by AWS Educate. And this is why I have the rights to use all these logos and the material. So this is the agenda for today's talk. Because we do not have, I think, enough time, so I will go through these slides quickly. And wherever you want to stop me and ask any question, please, you can stop me and ask the questions. So I will briefly touch into the definition of the cloud. The cloud refers to an on-demand delivery of IT resources. These IT resources can be anything. These can be infrastructure resources. These can be application resources, or these can be software resources or platform resources. The biggest advantage of cloud computing is that you only use it as a utility, like you just like you use the electricity, you only pay the bills for the electricity you have used. Instead of a traditional system where you buy a server and then you invest in that server, probably thousands of rupees. And if you do not use that server, then that investment you have done in the server is already gone. But in cloud, if you have some money and you want to experiment with that in that budget, you can buy a service, use it as long as you want that service, and then if you just delete your account or you delete the resources you have created over the cloud, then you do not have to pay anymore. So this is the biggest advantage of cloud. Cloud, as Dr. Rashad said in his talk, cloud computing is a rapidly growing market. It is 15% year-to-year growth, which is huge. According to Cisco, 94% of the cloud or 94% of the workloads will be processed or in the cloud by end of 2021. And 80% of enterprise IT will move onto the cloud by 2025. So there is a huge opportunity there. So why organizations are moving towards cloud? Cloud offers you agility. You can create the resources. You can create your applications very fast. It saves your cost. Elasticity means that you can rapidly scale up your services, scale up and scale in breadth and width in both directions. This offers you the opportunity to innovate faster. Okay. So these are some professors who have already told some from Oxford University, Anjanesh Babu said that we cut the IT expense of our digitization by 60% when they started using AWS. So another aspect of cloud is that it offers you a ubiquitous access overall over the globe. So if you have created your resources in a data center located in North Virginia or anywhere in the US or Europe, even then you can access it all over the world, just like you are using your own computer in your lab. So what Amazon Web Services are the most mature cloud platform in the market. They have data centers all over the world. This which means that you can find a data center where you can be assured of the privacy of your data. Unfortunately, AWS has no data center in Pakistan yet, but I have heard that they have planned to create one, and hopefully they will create soon. Amazon has the fastest paced innovation, according to one of their CTOs. They are creating around 60 features every day for different services. So this is probably the fastest pace you can ever imagine. It has the largest community of customers and partners all over the world. Why AWS? Using AWS is opportunistic in educational industry. So the cloud skills are rising in demand. Cloud computing is one job area where there are less candidates and more jobs. There are some other areas too, but cloud computing probably is the highest ranked among them. So we need to find people, we need to find ways to skill our students to fill up those jobs. So now we come to AWS Educate. How AWS Educate can help educators and students in developing their career. AWS Educate is a global initiative to accelerate cloud learning, to prepare students. Mainly the purpose is to prepare students for the job market of future. But of course, if you do not have teachers to prepare those students, you cannot prepare those students. So for educators, there are specifically very beneficial resources in AWS Educate. You have self-paced online cloud career badges pathway. Like I will tell you a little bit more about the badges and pathways. Badges are the you can say kind of swags. If you complete a task, you will buy a swag, you will buy a badge, you will get a badge, and you can demonstrate it on your online portfolio. Then AWS provides you with promotional credits, which you can use for hands-on learning, for practicing the task, and even to pursue the pathways. Then there is job board offered by AWS Educate, which helps the students to find jobs internationally all over the globe. Then there are training and professional developments, specially offered for AWS educators and students. Unfortunately, this type of training is not yet possible in Pakistan, but our neighbors, even in India and Bangladesh, they are getting these kinds of trainings. Like these are personal trainings in which AWS personnel come and they train you with the skills. So AWS Educate supports hundreds and thousands of students. Over 10,000 educators are already part of AWS Educate program. Over 2,400 institutions are already part of AWS Educate program. Fortunately, FAST NU is also part of that. But there is a even higher tier of institutions which are called AWS partner institutes. And unfortunately, there is no single institution in Pakistan which is also AWS partner institute. So how AWS Educate design their cloud career programs? So there is, at one end, there is workforce demand, which demands some technical skills. On the other end, there are desired outcomes. So keeping these two in context, AWS arranges their cloud career program even at the level of K-12, like which we called at FSC or A level or high school. So they prepare students even at that level. Then they have cloud career pathways. Students can take part in that, and they can build their career step by step with their own self-learning. Then there is a cloud degree program. This is only offered in the institutes which are AWS partner institutes. So hopefully one day in Pakistan we will have a university like that. So what is specific for educators when an educator or a faculty person, a teacher becomes part of AWS Educate? It can access the AWS curated content. Like there are, as I told you, there are more than 10,000 educators part of AWS Educate, and they share their content, what they are teaching to their students. They share it online on their accounts. You can even contact them directly. You can even ask for the guidelines. They will also share with you their experiences and their content. Then you can provision an AWS Educate classroom. If we find time, I can show you one of my own classroom which I am teaching these days. So you can group the students in the form of classroom. You can assign credits to them. You can also give assignments there, and also you can monitor their progress. So then you get an access to build on AWS. You get promotional credits. You get 50% discount on AWS certification exams. Then you also get in-person training discounts. But due to COVID, these are postponed for now. And also in Pakistan, it is difficult to get in-person training because of the lack of the resources they have. Then they also invite you for the professional learning opportunities. Then there is a complete next level for educators, which is called cloud ambassadors. So these are select teachers or faculty from different areas, from different universities, which they choose as cloud ambassadors, and they get special accounts, they get special credits, and they also have meetups almost every month, in which they share their progress, and they try to find out ways to enhance the educational skill set in their students. So this is one of the screenshot from that AWS Educate web page. Then what does AWS offers to students? So the main thing is that AWS tries to involve students at every level. So they start their introduction at K-12 level. So there are many different pathways. There are Cloud Computing 101, which you can see here. This is a course designed by AWS, and they also provide their content, the people who want to teach that. Then there are startups. They help the startups. They arrange the connection between students and the startups, so that they can so the startups can find the talent, and the talent can find the jobs. And then if once you get onto the path of the cloud career, then you can explore till you want. So this is a lifelong learning experience. So there are mainly three types of career pathways. One is entry level, in which cloud support associate. The first level is cloud support associate, in which the student is only focused on the infrastructure as a service type of services. Then there is web development engineer, in which AWS Lambda, Elastic Beanstalk, and these services are taught. Then there is application developer, in which there are different IDE services like Cloud9 and other languages are introduced, specifically Node.js and RxJS, etc. Then there are intermediate levels, in which you have a pathway for software development engineer. This is more like it is, you can say, the next step for application developer, because in this level you have to design the complete solution and then implement it. Then there is DevOps engineer, in which you go through, the student goes through all the pipeline and all the pipeline of the DevOps, and it goes through the services like code commit and AWS container registry, etc. Then there are data integration specialists. This is more related to databases and big data. Then cybersecurity specialists. Now these are independent streams, so you do not have to go through all of them, but you can, a student can go through any one of them in which they find their interest. So there is cybersecurity specialist, cloud support engineer, etc. Then there is an advanced level in which they teach you the services like Amazon SageMaker, which is very similar to Google Colab, but it has much more variety of features available in that. So machine learning is made really very easy using SageMaker and associative services. Then there is a stream for data scientists, and then the most advanced level is solutions architect, in which you have to know about all the pipe, like you have to be an expert DevOps engineer, you have to be an expert data integration specialist, and you have to be a very good software developer. So solutions architect is the the highest level of career pathway. And if you go for AWS Solutions Architect certification at that level, then you can pitch yourself in the international market and maybe easily get a job there. So these are a few examples of the badges offered by AWS to students. The first one is Alexa. Unfortunately, again, Pakistan cannot benefit from this because you need AWS Alexa for that. You can buy Alexa on your own. If you can buy it, then you can benefit from it. But in other countries like Europe and USA, Amazon even provides you with the device. The students who want to work on it, they provide them with the device, and they can work on it. And once they complete a task to their satisfaction, they get this badge. Then there is an IoT badge. Of course, this includes microcontroller level programming and things like that. Amazon Sumerian, and then there is Deep Racer. Deep Racer is also associated with a device which is a small programmable car. And there is also I think an yearly competition of Amazon Deep Racer, like the team which wins completes a few laps of this track independently, they get a prize. So there is AWS RoboMaker, gaming, Datapalooza, DeepLens. DeepLens is specifically related to computer vision, and some others. So so this is mainly it. So job boards are also there. But these are the areas in which students have to be enthusiastic about, and they have to take the lead in their own hands. We can only guide them, we can only show their path, and until and unless they do not indulge in themselves and they get their hands dirty and try to explore themselves, it is not possible for us only to make them expert in this field. Okay, so thank you very much. If there are any questions.
Thank you, Dr. Usman Owais. Does anyone have any question for Dr.?
नहीं, अभी आप जरा अपना वो जल्दी करो ना, so that we get on to discussion.
Okay, so I've shared my screen. The things that I want to share with you are how you can engage with us on the learning opportunities, जो कि briefly Adnan साहब ने आपके साथ जिक्र किया. So if you will go to spsnet.com/spinlabs, तो home page पे आपको 4 tracks नजर आएंगे. All of these tracks have various learning opportunities. अगर आप cloud में जाएंगे तो cloud के अंदर if you go to learning opportunities, you will find these individual roles that are right now, and each of these roles have a certification lead position available. Certification lead की position एक ऐसी position है जिसके अंदर there is an opportunity for you to become an expert in that particular technology area. आप यहाँ पे आके there is a certain process that you have to go through. Apply now पे click करेंगे, you will have to create an account. Once you create an account, you will receive a form in the web interface, and you will be, as soon as you submit करेंगे तो फिर somebody from us will reach out to you. What's in it for you is number one, of course, you get to be reimbursed for the certification exam if you successfully pass it. उसके अलावा ये है कि since this is not just merely passing a certification, it's a leadership role. We're looking for people who can not just get a certification for themselves, but also have other people around them, including faculty and students, become certified in a particular technology. So ये solution architect की है, ये developer की है, ये administrator की है. For each person that you will get certified, in addition to yourself, there's an incentive built in, so you qualify for ₹5,000 per student. Similarly, if when you will pass your own certification, you will get an incentive of ₹10,000. एक और चीज़ जो कि of course how you can prepare yourself for this certification or any of these. So there are learning materials available. अगर आप learning path पे click करेंगे तो it will take you to ये सारी IBM की certifications हैं. So it will take you to the IBM learning portal. यहाँ पे IBM Cloud Professional Architect की position के लिए there is a certain learning journey that they suggest. So it takes you to through all the various phases. अगर आपने compute resources deploy करनी है तो उसका क्या तरीकाकार है. अगर आपने storage और resiliency की करनी है तो what are the things that you need to know in order to deploy such resources from IBM Cloud. Similarly, networking हो गई, application की. अगर आपने if you are going to you guys are working in universities, अगर आपने अपने बच्चों को FIPs में they need an infrastructure in place and they are working on a FIP जिसके अंदर आपने IoT यूज करना है, उसकी सर्विसेज यूज करनी है, आपने AI के APIs यूज करने हैं और मे बी ब्लॉकचेन का कोई प्रोजेक्ट करना है तो उसको आप कैसे डिप्लॉय कर सकते हैं. सो देयर इज अ लर्निंग मटेरियल अवेलेबल ऑन दी. सिमिलरली सर्विस मैनेजमेंट के कि आपने वंस सिस्टम इज डिप्लॉयड तो आपने उसको मैनेज कैसे करना है इस क्लाउड बेस्ड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर को. Similarly, फिर IBM Cloud Pak for data है. IBM Cloud Pak is basically the culmination of everything that IBM has to offer in the data domain. Similarly, there is IBM Cloud Pak for automation in AI. It brings together all the basic pieces of various offerings in a single unified platform. So this would be a really interesting thing. इस तरह प्रैक्टिस लैब्स भी यहाँ पे अवेलेबल हैं. एंड ऑफ कोर्स जो अदनान साहब ने बताया, यू कैन ऑलवेज गो टू द पोर्टल cloud.ibm.com, वहाँ पे आप अपना फ्री अकाउंट बना सकते हैं. One more thing that I want to show you is the IBM. We have shared this initially, but because we get this question sort of asked again and again as to what are the free resources available. There's a basic free account that Mr. Adnan Rashid mentioned in his talk. There's also IBM Academic Initiative. IBM Academic Initiative के अंदर there are specific resources जो कि आपको as an academia, either you're a faculty or a student, or if you are one of the staff members जो कि teaching या learning में involve होता है, उनको available होती हैं. These are pretty much all of the solutions of IBM, including softwares, including teaching materials and learning materials. Of course, they don't give you the commercial versions, but they do give you the limited versions जिनको आप use करके FIPs build कर सकते हैं या आप students को सिखाने में, पढ़ाने में, students खुद अपने projects के लिए use कर सकते हैं. तो इसमें अगर आप जाएंगे तो आपको technology area में you will see कि almost सारे टेक्नोलॉजी एरियाज जो ट्रेडिशनली आजकल कोई भी आपने इंडस्ट्री सोल्यूशन बनाना है तो उसके लिए अवेलेबल होते हैं। क्लाउड जिस पे आज हम बात करें, डेटा साइंस, सिक्योरिटी, इवन क्वांटम कंप्यूटिंग इज आल्सो अवेलेबल है। एंड सो यू नो एआई हो गया, ब्लॉकचेन हो गया, पावर सिस्टम्स। आप क्लाउड में जाएंगे तो क्लाउड के अंदर यू विल सी कि क्या रिसोर्सेज अवेलेबल है, सॉफ्टवेयर्स कौन कौन से अवेलेबल हैं। यहाँ पे आप जाके IBM क्लाउड लाइट अकाउंट भी बिल्ड कर सकते हैं। सिमिलरली बैजेस और सर्टिफिकेशंस कौन कौन सी अवेलेबल हैं। बैजेस आर जैसे अमेजोन का भी डॉक्टर उस्मान बता रहे थे, IBM के भी इसी तरह बैजेस का एक मैकेनिज्म है विच सॉर्ट ऑफ हेल्प्स यू गेन दोज वेरीफाइबल क्रेडेंशियल्स before you get a certification. So these are also available on the academic initiative. I would highly encourage if any one of you is interested, most of the universities are already here. If your university is not part of the IBM academic initiative program, so you need to go to this home page, or यहाँ पे you will see the register button, and we can have a separate session also where I can give you a walkthrough on how to register for IBM academic initiative. उसके अलावा you can come to our website and you can look at some of the other opportunities which are available. एक चीज़ जो मैं highlight करना चाहूँगा कि we also have earning opportunities. Earning opportunities के अंदर, for example, right now we have some projects available for outsourcing to academia in the course development section. So if any one of you has interest that expand beyond cloud domain, because everything is connected, so you're welcome to apply for those earning opportunities also. इसके अलावा if you want to just keep updated with what are the latest happenings, of course आपको emails आती होंगी, plus we also share the latest updates on our social media. We have a presence on Twitter, we have a presence on LinkedIn, and a presence on Facebook. And last but not the least, in sessions की recordings are available on YouTube within a day or two of the session. So if you missed out on anything, or if you would like to share the session with anybody in your team, तो आप YouTube के चैनल पे जाके भी शेयर कर सकते हैं। With this, we can move to the next part, which is general discussion. So
thank you very much, Hashim, and I am extremely thankful to Dr. Saab from past. आपने जो सारा शेयर किया उस्मान, I think that was extremely valuable. अगर डॉक्टर अतर अवेलेबल नहीं है, डॉक्टर मुअज्जम फराज को मैं देख रहा हूँ, he is do you have any comments?
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
This is my first interaction with Spin Labs and first session which I am attending. So it's quite a nice initiative जो कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स को और साथ साथ फैकल्टी को भी इक्विप करेगा लेटेस्ट ट्रेंड्स जानने में और स्टूडेंट्स को इक्विप करने में कि उन ट्रेंड्स को, उन टेक्नोलॉजीज़ को, उन आइडियाज़ को देखते हुए कैसे अपने आप को ग्रो कर सकते हैं। So this is a nice initiative. It's my first interaction, so hopefully I'll keep myself connected with Spin Labs and let's take it from there. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else who has any comments or question?
हेलो
जी जी,
अस्सलाम
वालेकुम।
सर मेरा एक दो क्वेश्चंस हैं, अगर कोई रिस्पांस दिया जाए। सर हाशिम सर से मेरा क्वेश्चन, मतलब हम इसमें क्लाउड में जो आप SPS जो दिया, इसमें इंटर्नशिप का कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी है हमारे पास, जो मतलब एज अ स्टूडेंट इंटर्नशिप इसमें करना चाहें? और डॉक्टर उस्मान साहब से मेरा क्वेश्चन है कि मैंने AWS एजुकेट पे अकाउंट बनाया था तकरीबन जनवरी में, तो वहाँ पर हमें क्लासरूम अवेलेबल नहीं है, मतलब वहाँ पर दूसरी बात जो वहाँ पर फीस है $30 हमें सिर्फ मिल रहे हैं, और जो क्लासरूम की फीस है वो $30 से बहुत ज़्यादा होती है। मतलब क्लासरूम को अटेंड करने का कोई तरीका है हमारे पास कि हम स्टूडेंट उसको अटेंड कर सकें?
जी उस्मान, पहले आप जवाब दें, फिर हाशिम।
जी इमरान, आप AWS एजुकेट को आपको $30 इस वजह से मिल रहे हैं एज माई नॉलेज कि आपका शायद इंस्टीट्यूट जो है वो अभी AWS पार्टनर इंस्टीट्यूट नहीं बना। तो वो जैसे ही रादर कहना चाहिए कि AWS का वो अक्रेडिटेड इंस्टीट्यूट नहीं बना, तो वो जैसे आप अपनी मैनेजमेंट को सजेस्ट कर सकते हैं कि वो उसको अक्रेडिटेड इंस्टीट्यूट बनाने के लिए उनकी AWS एजुकेट की वेबसाइट के ऊपर ही वो लिंक है, उसको यूज़ करें और उसकी एक एप्लीकेशन फिल कर दें, तो वो आफ्टर सम प्रोसेसिंग मेरे ख्याल से वो भी हो जाएगा। लेकिन आपको अगर $30 मिल गए हैं तो उसमें मुझे ये नहीं समझ आई कि आप क्लासरूम क्यों नहीं एक्सेस कर पा रहे। अगर आपका अकाउंट बन गया है और
यस सर।
एक्सेस हो गए हैं तो आगे मुझे प्रॉब्लम की समझ नहीं आई।
सर यहाँ पर जो इसके ये हैं क्लासरूम अटेंडेंट है, मतलब जो AWS एजुकेट का मेन पेज है,
जी जी,
वहाँ पर मैं अक्सर यूट्यूब पर कहीं देखता तो वहाँ पर क्लासरूम का ऑप्शन भी आता है
जी।
तो जब मेरा अकाउंट है वहाँ पर क्लासरूम का ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा सर। तो यहाँ पर पोर्टफोलियो, कैरियर पाथ, पेजेस, जॉब, AWS अकाउंट और लॉग आउट है, मतलब ये
अच्छा,
सब ऑप्शन है।
अच्छा,
तो क्लासरूम का ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा, मतलब हम उसमें लर्निंग नहीं कर सकते जिस तरह क्लासरूम में होती है, असाइनमेंट होती है, जिस तरह आपने बताया।
नहीं, जी जी, ये मेरे ख्याल से ना थोड़ी सी एम्बिग्यूटी है। हाशिम, अगर मैं कर सकूँ शेयर स्क्रीन तो।
जी प्लीज।
ये देखें, आपको स्क्रीन नज़र आ रही है इमरान? आपको नज़र आ रही है स्क्रीन?
सॉरी, यस सर, नज़र आ रही।
अच्छा, ये देखें, मैं क्योंकि एम्बेसडर हूँ तो इस वजह से मेरा जो वेब पेज है वो आपके वेब पेज से टोटली डिफरेंट होगा।
यस सर, बिल्कुल डिफरेंट।
लेकिन आपके इस जगह पर, ये जिस जगह क्लासरूम्स एंड क्रेडिट्स नज़र आ रहा है ना, आपके भी इधर क्लासरूम्स एंड क्रेडिट्स नज़र आ रहा होगा।
सॉरी सर, नज़र नहीं आ रहा सर, यही तो बात है सर। जब मैंने
क्लासरूम एंड क्रेडिट्स यहाँ पर नज़र नहीं आता आपको?
नो सर, मेरे जो ऑप्शन आ रहे हैं वो सिर्फ ये हैं, पोर्टफोलियो, कैरियर पाथ, पेजेस, जॉब, AWS अकाउंट और लॉग आउट है। हालांकि मैंने जो अकाउंट रजिस्टर करवाया था वो IBA के अकाउंट ही से था, मतलब यूनिवर्सिटी के अकाउंट से लॉगिन मैंने करवाया है।
अगर मैं सजेशन दूं, इफ आई मे सजेस्ट,
यस सर।
ये बर्की, आप डॉक्टर उस्मान से इसको ऑफलाइन डिस्कशन कर लेना, एंड डॉक्टर उस्मान, वी विल रिक्वेस्ट यू कि अगर आप काइंडली गाइड कर सकें इसको।
जी जी बिल्कुल सर।
यस सर, ये तो बहुत अच्छा होगा, मतलब अगर वो ज्यादा डिटेल से बताएंगे कि यहाँ पर आपके पास टाइम नहीं होगा।
आप सुकून से कर सकोगे ना, मैं इसीलिए कह रहा हूँ।
यस सर।
तो हाशिम, अगर इनके आपस में वो शेयर्ड नहीं है तो वो काइंडली करवा दीजिएगा।
जी राइट।
एनी अदर कमेंट्स फ्रॉम एनीबॉडी? हमारे पास 2-3 मिनट और है।
Just to quickly answer Imran Bhakti question regarding internship, Imran, I would recommend आप first of all we have Adnan Rashid here with us. He leads our cloud group. तो आप अपनी resume ज़रूर send कर दें spinlabs@spsnet.com, जो आपको स्क्रीन पे भी नज़र आएगा ईमेल एड्रेस। तो जैसे कोई ओपनिंग आएगी तो अदनान साहब रेगुलरली रिव्यूज़ द रेज्यूमेस। नंबर 2, जो मैं हाईली रिकमेंड करूंगा, जो मैंने अभी आपको वेबसाइट दिखाई, आप उस पर जाके ट्राई टू गो थ्रू द लर्निंग पाथ एंड गेट योर सेल्फ सर्टिफाइड एज सून एज पॉसिबल, बिकॉज जब सर्टिफिकेशन होती है तो कस्टमर्स हैव अ नीड फॉर दैट, एंड देन यू विल हैव your resume will be so rich कि there are better chances to get a job.
Yes sir, thank you.
बल्कि मेरा एक और भी मशवरा होगा, वो ये होगा कि आप अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी में जो भी आपके हेड ऑफ डिपार्टमेंट और कंप्यूटर साइंस के फैकल्टी मेंबर हैं, आप उनसे बात करके और ये एनवायरनमेंट आप वहाँ पे एस्टेब्लिश कर लें यूनिवर्सिटी प्रोग्राम के थ्रू। एक्चुअली वो आपको भी फायदा पहुंचाएगा और बहुत सारे लोगों को पहुंचाएगा, क्योंकि स्पिन लैब के लिए यूं इंटर्नशिप देना अनटिल कोई हमारी बहुत शदीद जरूरत हो, वो बड़ा मुश्किल है। तो उसकी निस्बत अगर इस तरीके से आप अपने पास एनवायरनमेंट क्रिएट कर लोगे, एंड देन आपके जो फाइनल ईयर प्रोजेक्ट है उसमें हम एडवाइजरी दे सकते हैं।
यस सर, क्यों नहीं सर।
आई थिंक हमने जो टाइम रिजर्व किया था दैट इज ओवर। अगर कोई बहुत ही आपका प्रेसिंग क्वेश्चन हो तो यू कैन सेंड ईमेल टू हाशिम एंड वी विल ट्राई टू आंसर ऑल योर क्वेश्चन। So with that, we are extremely thankful to all the participants and look forward for the next session. Thank you very much.